Lucifer was the most beautiful of the heavenly beings. His qualities were such that he was overtaken by the sin of pride. His unbridled arrogance made him think he was equal to God and led a rebellion against the Creator. To carry out his plan, the evil angel concocted a fallacy to convince other angels, and the father of lies was joined by a third of the angelic beings who inhabited the heavens. Lucifer's corrupted entities fought against Michael's hosts, and the world shook during this great battle that decided the fate of the universe. The angelic hosts of Archangel Michael defeated the rebels, and the demons were cast out of heaven and into hell. In the deepest part of the earth, Lucifer and the other hellish princes work to corrupt God's work. Owing to his enormous pride, Lucifer became associated with the cardinal sin of pride. These demons and fallen angels await the days preceding Christ's return, when they will rejoin the Antichrist on earth and once again battle the forces of the Creator. Belfegor is known as the demon of laziness. According to some traditions, Belfegor was once the powerful archangel Belfegor. But when Lucifer's rebellion unfolded in the heavens, he did not join the rebellious angels. But neither did he support the Lord's angel army. Because of his inaction, he was considered a deserter and thrown into hell. According to St. Thomas Aquinas, all sins caused by ignorance have laziness as their root. Due to Belfegor's influence, humans prefer to avoid fatigue and do not attain true knowledge. The devil is depicted sitting in a latrine, which he uses as a hellish throne, and his feces are turned into his offerings.
Beelzebub is a demon connected to the figure of Baal, an ancient Semitic god of fertility, and Zebud, the god of flies. This blending gave rise to the figure of Beelzebub, the pestilence demon. He is regarded as one of the most powerful demons, second only to Lucifer. His unquenchable hunger makes him a relentless devourer. The plague spawned by this demon ravage everything in his path, which is why he is connected with the sin of gluttony. The Lord of Flies and Pestilences tortures the souls of those on their way to hell with his clouds of flies, not allowing a moment's peace for his victims. Beelzebub is one of hell's most powerful demons. According to some sources, he is second only to Lucifer. Mammon was one of the many pre-Christian deities. He was later considered to be an evil figure since he was connected to the sin of greed and avarice. His appearance was said to resemble a decrepit nobleman, with deformed features and clutching his money pouches. He built a great palace in hell filled with golden veins for Satan. The foolish greedy men believed that this was paradise, while in fact he would only find damnation there. Jesus was against the worship of money, personified in Mammon. Man could not serve Mammon and God at the same time. Those who were under Mammon's influence find themselves in an endless quest for money and material possessions, and so will not find the way to paradise. Asmodeus is one of the most powerful hellish demons. This demonic figure is associated with the capital sin of lust. Asmodeus led the inhabitants of Sodom into depravity. For this, the city suffered the wrath of God and was razed to the ground. The devil also appears in the book of Tobit, where he exerts a strong influence on Sarah. Her husbands always died on their wedding night, but thanks to the help of the angel Raphael, Tobit manages to push Asmodeus back into hell. The demon spends his existence using the carnal urges of men to wreak havoc and alienate those who are under the influence of divine salvation. Azazel was one of the fallen angels who rebelled against God. He was beautiful at the beginning of time. but his magnificence was corrupted after the fall. Azazel had a carnal relationship with the woman who lived on earth. The fruits of this union would become known as Nephilim. Azazel's descendants corrupted the earth and were swept away by God's flood. In hell, he is the king of the Shemites, demons that look like goats. Azazel, who was once an angel, became the archdemon who represents the capital sin, wrath. When man is under the influence of Azazel, he usually devotes himself to idolatry.
According to the Old Testament, the depths of the ocean hide a gigantic creature, Leviathan. Just like all creatures that walk on land, fly in the air, and swim in the waters, Leviathan was also a creation of God. In the book of Job, God describes this colossal beast. The beast is similar to a huge sea dragon. At the sight of it, men are overcome with fear. No man is brave enough to awaken this creature. The idea of defeating it is sheer illusion. God describes the mighty Leviathan as a colossal creature with tremendous power. As it moves, the monster creates huge waves. Its powerful mouth has dreadful teeth. Its back is protected by rows of shields, so close together that even air does not flow between them. Leviathan has a strong breath that shoots flashes of light. Fire comes out of his mouth, and smoke flows from his nostrils. When this beast rises, even the mightiest flee in fear. Swords, spears, or arrows do nothing against the creature, whose chest is harder and tougher than rocks. Nothing on earth is comparable to Leviathan's power. But this creature is the fruit of God's desire. Like all beings, Leviathan is only powered by God's grace. The beast served as Thomas Hobbes' inspiration for his work Leviathan. According to the English philosopher, when men revert to their natural state, where laws do not exist, they will tend to start a fight of all against all. A social pact is needed to eradicate this anarchic state, where everyone gives up part of their sovereignty in the name of a figure with absolute power. This figure with authority over men would be the state, which, because of its power over men, Hobbes compares to the gigantic biblical monster Leviathan.